What's up, y'all? This is like attempt number 5 filming, but if you've seen this tweet that I had and the tweets I made in the past couple of weeks about a Chrome extension that unlocks Team Builder and allows you to do things such as make more than 5 uniforms or whatever, here's going to be a tutorial that I make to try and answer a lot of the questions I'm getting in the comments and the DMs. I don't want to go and answer everybody's DMs. It's a lot of stuff, and I'm not really trying to do this as kind of a full-time thing. I kind of have team crafters to tend to, but this project I know is very useful to a lot of people, so I want to make sure everybody's enabled to do it as much as I can do without hand-holding. So let's kind of start with a brief technical explanation. You don't have to really understand this, but Team Builder right now in its current state is formed by a lot of composited JSON objects. JSON is just a programmatic way of storing nested data in plain text. And for people that wanted to make changes to Team Builder and do weird things, you can intercept the save call that gets made when you save a team, and you can modify some numbers, and you can modify their ratings, their height. You could add additional uniforms. All these Team Builder mods you see is just people modifying the JSON. And I just kind of wanted to come out here with timestamps. This is a YouTube short that I made July 23rd, 2024, which was like right when CFB 25 came out. And it was a mod that I made, and I edited the JSON and I made everybody on my team 10 feet tall. I gave them 125 overall. So this is nothing new, and it's something that I kind of just figured out on my own. Come to find out, a couple other people knew how. But over time, I was like, man, I would really like to share this with everybody and show them how I did it. But I couldn't think of a intuitive way to allow people that aren't overly technical or familiar with JSON editing how to do it. So lately, I had the time to create a Chrome extension that makes it to where I believe people that aren't as technical, they have to be a little enthusiastic about it for sure to go over these limits in Team Builder. Hey, without further wait, let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to have a comment posted, but easiest way to get the extension, and it's not a Chrome extension, so I don't want to deal with Chrome review. It's just going to be an open source. You can edit the source. So if there's something you don't like, you can go and you can edit it on Notepad and reload the extension. That's why I did it here as well. But if you go to cfbmods.com, that's the easiest way to get it right now. You can go to all mods. You can find a Team Crafters Classic Roster Importer. That's what it started as. Now it's more like Team Builder Unlocked. And you can go to just this download button here, and that will bring you to GitHub, the latest release in GitHub, and you can see just like v0.4.0. The update I was warned like 5 times not to publish, and here I am publishing it. And I'm going to kind of explain why I was warned by people of legitimate sources not to do this. And what you're going to do first is just download the zip file here, download it. And the warning that I've got from these people is basically EA will patch this. EA is mindful of what is happening. So what I need to kind of stress beforehand is do this at your own risk. If people are abusing it and doing stupid junk, EA will patch it. And, you know, honestly, this is me saying, if EA does patch it, and they'll have to do a lot to do it, because I am a very hard to get rid of person, so I will probably figure out how to break it again if EA does patch it, and we will play the cat and mouse game. They're more than welcome to hire me right now, because I am in fact looking for a job. I will send them my LinkedIn if they're interested. But anyways, once you get that zip file downloaded, you're going to go ahead and unzip it. And you can see here, it's on my desktop here as Team Crafters Classic Roster Importer. And now what you're going to do is when you have it installed is you're going to go to Chrome, / extensions, enter. And let me go here. So you're going to see this toggle in the top right, developer mode. This lets you load an unpackaged Chrome extension, which is what this is. There's nothing weird about it. I mean, the code is all here on GitHub. If you want to run it through ChatGPT and say, is this trying to steal my information? You're more than welcome to do that. It is all open source. The point of making this open source is I want people to trust me that I'm not doing anything weird in the meantime. So Once you have your developer mode enabled, you can go to load unpacked. And I'm on a Mac. It's no different for Windows, but you're going to go to where you have your unzipped folder. And here's my Team Crafters Classic Roster Importer. You're going to click in here and you're going to select the folder. There's no like file you have to select. You just have to get in the folder and select a folder. And if that works, you'll see it pop up here. And that red just means it's unpacked. But it's enabled. And what I like to do is whenever I have it enabled, I'm going to go ahead and pin it. Oops. I just pin it to my Chrome bar here. And when you have that set up, you're pretty much good to go. So let's just start with the most important thing, and that is Team Builder, and that is adding more uniforms. Really simple. Make sure when you have the extension installed, refresh. If you got to close the browser and reopen it, that's fine. It just has to be refreshed to where the extension is properly loaded in, and the special code is injected into the client side. So for this example here, I'm going to go ahead and take a team that I was working with. It's just the AA team from my previous video. And if you go to uniforms, you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 uniforms. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I can't count. I have 7 uniforms made of potentially as many as I want. So, let me start off by saying I purposefully limited the amount of uniforms to 10 instead of 5. You should be able to make do with 10. If you want more than 10, what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge you. This is basically I'm not going to call it a gatekeep. It's not hard to do. There's something that you can do to make this as many uniforms as you want. I'm not going to tell you how. I'm not going to help you. But I almost guarantee ChatGPT will help you do it. So for now, we're just limiting it to 10. So if I wanted to do it, I could just go to and add uniform 8. It's just like adding a uniform in the game otherwise. You're just creating your uniforms. 8, 9, 10. And after create the 10th uniform, the button goes away. And you can see we have all these uniforms that are now accessible to us. So, just to kind of show a little proof, we're going to go here and save it. And I'm going to load up my CFB 27 in the meantime. And again, it will take longer to save your team the more uniforms you have configured. Because again, it's more data that needs to be saved, more uniforms that need to be composited, etc., etc. Now let me go ahead and submit. And you can see the uniforms are here. And while that's going, we're going to go to our create and share. I'm going to move this window. Oops, not OBS. I'm going to move this window here to kind of show you guys. Since I'm on a Mac, I have to just remote into my computer to play CFB. Not when I'm actually playing competitively, but just to get the screen share going. And we go to Team Builder. I think you're pretty familiar with this process. Yeah, the resolution is a little jank right now, but it is uploading right now, but you can see my AA team. To make it easier, what I will do is go to the search and username. And this is just for my tutorial, so you can download it anyway if you want otherwise. This is just me trying to make things quickly accessible. I'm just searching my username. Finalizing. I probably clicked it too early. There it is. The AA preview. And so we have, so these are just test data. So we have unused, we have new uniformas, DS, so that's number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to unused. So we have 10 unique uniforms that are all selectable in game, and this is proof of it working in the game right here. I'm just going to overwrite my local team just to show you guys that it all works. And once I kind of get in the game, we're going to move to the next step, which is doing the roster editing tools. So we're gonna go over to the AA team. And again, I just kind of want to repeat for you guys, and this is just a weird glitch with Team Builder. It'll work fine. Edit uniforms. You can see all the uniforms are available here. 999. Okay, so, and again, just to show there's no issue with import. And again, what I was saying before is this works perfectly fine on PC and console. You don't need mod tools. You don't need any mods installed. If you're a PlayStation or Xbox user, this works. That's the fun part about Team Builder. I call them mods, but modifying Team Builder is it works on console. It works without mods. Any game mode that supports Team Builder will support this with no additional changes. And as you can see, I'm into game. Yeah, my guys look just fine. So we're going to go ahead and get back to Team Builder, and I'm going to show you guys the other features of this extension. Okay, moving forward to the next function of this Chrome extension is for the rosters. For the rosters, you can tell that you have all these presets you can do, you know, different things. But if you want to go and like edit your team, there's no good way to do it without going into each player and editing their attributes. You know, wouldn't it be nicer if you could import a CSV of a team, or have a quick way to import rosters for maybe historical rosters or something? So that's where the next function comes in. Next function is for team crafters. We have obviously every CFB 27 rating, but we also have classic ratings. And as long as your extension is installed and ready, you can see that we have all the NCAA games. I've tested mostly, I think, with the PS3 and some of the PS2 games, so your results may vary, but for the sake of tutorial, let's try and import, I don't know, who's somebody I can just mess around with. You know what? I did this before. I did Michigan with NCAA 13 just because of Denard Robinson. And when you're on here, you could see that we have two options. We can copy for Team Builder, and if you just do that, it copies it straight into the extension, no further changes done. Or you can download a CSV, and when you have that CSV, we can clear this roster here. But if you click on the extension, that's why I wanted you to have it pinned, you can import a roster from a CSV. And you can either start from an example or just upload the CSV here. And you can see Michigan NCAA 13. Import, you can see that we imported 68 players. And now the extension is what I would call armed. And now if you're on Team Builder, save any progress that you have already. And next, just refresh the page. Just give it a clean refresh. Okay. And you'll see presets here on your roster. And you'll see that there's an option here that says Team Crafters, Michigan NCAA 13. Just click that. And if you go here, you can tell quickly that the rosters are updated. So now you can see that all of the players from Michigan's 2012 roster, they're now in your Team Builder team, just like that. And for some reason, if you like imported a previous team and you want to overwrite it, really easy. Just change it to something different like Option Attack and then back to Team Crafters and you'll overwrite it. Just a heads up, to get this working, I had to disable the random name generation. So so regenerating names doesn't work, and it was something I had to do because Team Builder had a function to randomize the names every time you change the preset. So I just went ahead and had it done like that. At this time, just the basic skin tone mapping, the position, the number, height, weight, class, those are all and the ratings are what I'm importing right now. What I don't have imported at this time is I don't have dev traits because that didn't exist in 13. Potential did not exist either. Archetype. Archetype will take whichever is the best archetype for that player and automatically map to that. Kind of like it does in Dynasty mode when you do position changes. Abilities, those didn't exist. I don't do that yet. Same with mentals, ratings. Any ratings that were missing from 25, 26, 27. But I went ahead and kind of, there's a formula to kind of calculate the ratings. Again, you can tune this into CSV if you want, but this kind of gives you just a starting point for these rosters. And you can use this in combination with, I'm just going to save this roster to start. But now let's say I want to add Michigan's uniforms. And I don't really care about creating 100 different uniforms. I just want to import 2012 Michigan, and I want to have Michigan's stock uniforms in the game. And here's a quick way that you can actually import the uniforms from an existing team in CFB 27 and put them in here. So we're just going to do 2012 Michigan Wolverines. And then while that's saving, we have to go into the extension again. And then there's choose team uniforms. Click this, and you'll get a list of all the teams in the game. You actually have like extra teams. You'll get the FCS, the high school teams and stuff. But for this state, we're just going to Michigan. And Michigan has 8 different uniforms here. We're going to use these uniforms. Michigan's 8 uniforms already. Save your uniform in Team Builder to apply them. You'll be asked to confirm first. So what that means is, let's refresh Team Builder. Remember, when you do something in the extension, refresh Team Builder, it reloads all the scripts that we have to do, and this matters every time you change something that's configured. And when you import a team's uniforms, it will overwrite all the uniforms that you have configured. So home and away, these are going to get overwritten with Michigan uniforms. So let's go ahead and submit, and you'll see a prompt, and it'll say, do you want to use Michigan's uniforms? And you just click yes. It's timed because of how this injection works. So make sure you do it. Make sure you do it quickly. You don't just put it on a side monitor and scroll TikTok while it's saving. And again, Team Builder is infamous for taking a long time because all these steps it's actually doing. Don't open DevTools. I mean, unless you know what you're doing, don't open DevTools. Okay, here's the prompt. Use uniforms. Yep. And it's just saying that it's going to add a uniform called unused. And that's just to keep the Team Builder website from breaking, honestly. So finalizing here. But yeah, don't open DevTools in Team Builder. There's stops on there that like puts breakpoints everywhere, and it makes it almost impossible to use unless you disable breakpoints. So you try to make it a little hard to debug, but when you're persistent as I am, nothing's impossible. So we have our team saved. Our team is submitted. And what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our parsec, which is just where I have my CFB loaded in. Grab the wrong controller. Go into Team Builder again on CFB. Go to my shared 2012 Michigan. And remember, we imported a roster and uniforms here. So if we go to play now, 2012 Michigan, and here we go. Okay, well, that seems to be a bug. It seems like the winged helmet isn't exactly working. Good to know. Oh well, we'll figure it out. But you can tell that this is working. The uniforms here, the blue pants. Yep. Again, everything's not perfect, so we'll kind of roll with this as is. That's weird. That's a weird helmet for Michigan. But it's open source. If you know how to fix it, be my guest. Open a pull request. But not everything will be perfect to start. Are those pride stickers they also have? Yeah, pride stickers I guess are also built in here. I just have to get that winged helmet enabled. No big deal about it. And we're in game. And we're going to go to offense. I'm going to show you guys the Michigan offense. Yeah, it's weird. But we got Denard Robinson in the backfield, and I know this is on freshman. Cut me some slack, but I mean, oh, where he came from. I mean, you still have a QB with what, 96 speed? I did this on Heisman before, and still, a 96 speed QB is really hard to stop. And you know, this guy, he doesn't even have shifty or anything. He's just running with it. So as you can see, I had the guys all imported. They're all good to go. Right now, that's the limit of what I have in this extension. I'm always adding new stuff though, so this video might be outdated. But just a last reminder is, especially when you're doing the uniforms here, because that seemed to be the thing that ticked off the most people when I did it. First of all, if you're importing uniforms like that already exist in the game, it'll overwrite all the uniforms you have. The extension already warns about that. But if you're creating your own uniforms and you go and you create 10, or you know how to use Notepad and you get to 15, 20, whatever, there are limits that the server will actually throw an error, because that's just to prevent them from like getting flooded with files. But be responsible, don't create junk, and I understand I am doing a huge risk by putting this out there for everybody to use. However, I'm doing it because I feel like it, and I want people to be able to kind of experience Team Builder like some of the kind of bigger creators are. So I hope I don't end up ruining Team Builder for everybody, but I got to do what I got to do. So I hope this covers everything. Again, if you have a problem, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be able to answer everything in the comments. Straight up, go to ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, I'm using this Chrome extent. I'm using this extent. Ooh, not this one. Um, GitHub. Ugh, God, I can't type today. I'm trying not to go here. Go to here, and then you'd be like, "Hey, ChatGPT, I'm using this GitHub extension. What do I do?" And ChatGPT will tell you exactly what you need to do. That's the part of it being open source, is ChatGPT is able to go and look at all the code and exactly tell you all this. So again, I will try to help directly in the comments to the best of my extent, but there are other ways if you want to be independent on it and get it working, because as far as I tested it, it works. So yeah, happy team building, everybody, and see y'all in the comments.